Hi Flosstube, I'm Annie and I am the Proper Stitcher and welcome to episode 108. If this is your first time joining me, this is a channel where I like to talk about cross stitch, sometimes quilting, and hopefully give you inspiration to fully finish your projects. And if you're returning, thank you so much for your continued support, all of your wonderful comments you send my way. I appreciate each and every one of you. So it's been a hot minute since I last saw you. It's been almost a month. So I have missed you. I am glad to be back and I can't wait to share with you all the exciting things I've been doing over the last few weeks. So let's jump right in. Grab a pen and paper, grab your favorite beverage, and grab your cross stitching, and let's get started. So when I last saw you, I was on my way to visit Elaine at Autumn Bella's for a meet and greet and to celebrate her birthday. It wasn't actually a meet and greet, it was her grand reopening, and she invited me to come for a meet and greet. So I'll give you all the details on that here in a bit, share some photos with you. And then that following week, Matt, Tristan, and I had a lot of college tours to go on. Tristan was on fall break, so we went to a lot of different places. We try to do the day trip types tours, so we went to North Carolina for a couple of tours. We went to Birmingham again for a couple of tours. Matt took Tristan to Arkansas for a tour. That was an overnight tour. So I stayed home with Bella and Scout, and we got to have actually a little girls' couple of nights home alone without the boys, and I was able to get some stitching done. So it was a very busy week. He was very excited. It was very productive, and he is in the throes of the college application process. So we did not go through this type of process with Gray. Gray applied to one school. We waited to hear from that one school, and then from there she was going to apply elsewhere if she needed to. Well, she happened to get into her first choice. So this is all new for all of us, and it is very, it's just a long process, and he is handling it like a champ. I'm more impatient than he is. It's just a process. The applying, sending the applications, the fees involved with that, which are ridiculous. Some are free and there are fees. And then the waiting. So now we're in the waiting stage. He's officially done sending all the applications that he wants to send. So keep him in your thoughts and prayers. It is just a stressful time for him, but he's excited. He's being very positive about it. And, hopefully we'll have some answers here in a few weeks. So that's been our main focus over the last few weeks. And then Matthew and I have just been busy trying to get some of these designs released for you all. That has been the biggest question and the biggest reason I have been a little absent the last few weeks. I've been a little preoccupied with a lot of different things, but especially with my new releases. So let's see. I made notes. Anytime that I take this amount of time off, I feel like I lose my groove. And then when I get back to Flosstube, it's like I need to kind of get jump started again. So this episode's a little bit different. This is really just an update of what I've been doing, what you can expect from me over the next week, and to share with you some haul that I got, and to show you sneak peeks of my new releases. I cannot share new releases yet because they are not fully finished. I am waiting on a few finishing items to fully finish these new releases, and then I can share them and we can see what they're all about. So let me share some of the sneak peeks with you. And then this episode, I will not have any giveaways because I just feel like I'm still trying to get caught up from everything. I will share or announce the winners from episode 107. I will announce those winners in one of the next videos. Probably not the new release video, but the one after that where we get back into our regular floss tubes. See, I even lose my words when it's been a few weeks that I have not been on Flosstube. A lot of you commented that you did not like in the last video that I did not have anything on my bookshelves. So I am going to insert a video right here of my bookshelves, how they are decorated for fall and Halloween. So I hope you enjoy just a little sneak peek of what I have on my bookshelves. I did share some photos on Instagram and on my Facebook page, but I will go ahead and do a little video right here so you can see what's on my bookshelves. Okay, so here's a quick little video on how I decorated my shelves for this season. So I have shared all of these pieces with you in previous episodes. This is a Prairie Schooler design. I think it's When Witches Go Riding, maybe. I can't remember. I did modify this one. I did not do the top or bottom border. I believe there were cats on that. This is, and I finished that in a frame I got from Hobby Lobby. A fun lacquer type frame. My cute little mummy, I love him. This is a Brenda Gervais pattern. This is called Hallowday Inn. That is an oldie but goodie. Really a lot of fun. I enjoyed stitching that one. That house is a lot more work than you would think, but it was a lot of fun to stitch. And then I've just got some little vignettes in here. Down here we have a La-Di-Da. This is By the Pricking of My Thumb, Something Wicked This Way Comes. This is a Stacy Nash. That is Manor on Pumpkin Hill. That was a lot of fun to stitch and finish. And over here, I have another Brenda Gervais. This is When Witches Go Riding, I think, or, oh, I can't remember the name of that one. I don't think it's When Witches Go Riding. I'll have to look it up. But that was fun to stitch. It is one that's still available. And then down here, we have my Steampunk Penelope and Percival. So this is Percival. And then this is Steampunk Penelope. My Esmeralda's Blackbirds and Autumn Sampler are at Annabella's. I left them there for Elaine to have in her store. And then this is just a LaHaye shaker basket, and I have just some pillows that I've made. This, I believe, is Country Rustic Primitives. It's an Etsy shop. This is just a Prairie Schooler. This is Homespun Elegance and another Prairie Schooler. So some fun little pillows I put into this basket with some bittersweet. And then down here, cute little boy and girl. And then this is a word play by Brenda Gervais. This is the October word play. And I finished it in the same frame that I did the Prairie Schooler I first showed you a few minutes ago with When Witches Go Riding. So that's a 5x7. And so that's it. That's just how I did my shelves this fall and autumn season. So, okay. So it is a lot of fun. I used to really decorate the whole house for Halloween and for fall, but this year, this is all I did was my bookshelves, and those will come down probably on Monday, and I will start putting Christmas up. It's hard to believe that it is almost Christmas. And someone just informed me a few minutes ago that Thanksgiving's early this year. So yay, that gets us into the Christmas season a little bit sooner, but I need to get busy because Gray is bringing home 2 of her friends for Thanksgiving. So it's going, I don't have a lot of time between now and then. Okay, so let's see. Okay, Annabella's, let's start with that. So what a wonderful trip I took to Waynesville, North Carolina at the end of September. So Elaine with Annabella's, she has moved her shop location. She has a brick and mortar store in Waynesville, North Carolina, and she is now in a large space, and it is phenomenal. It was a model home for a log home builder, so it is the size of a full house, and it has 3 levels. It is just amazing to see how she and Terry operate their business. Terry is her husband, and they have an Etsy store, or an online website. I will link it below, but it's their Etsy shop. But they work so hard between their Etsy store, their brick and mortar store, their retreats, their subscription boxes. I mean, they are a machine, and they're very organized. But their shop is just adorable. It is very cozy, very homey, very inviting and welcoming. And Terry and Elaine have done an amazing job, not only welcoming these cross-stitch community, but they are also really good about inviting the local community in to see the shop and the space, and hopefully gather new cross stitchers that way. But their home, their cabin, their shop is like a home, and it does feel like that. It's decorated with furniture and with sofas and chairs, and she has a fireplace and so much natural lighting, lots of places you can sit and stitch. Lots of stitching groups go by and just hang out and stitch. She is open almost every day of the week. I think they're open Monday through Saturday. I'll list their website below. But they are just amazing. They were an amazing host and hostess for me for that weekend, and they really treated me they were just really special. And it was such a special time meeting everybody who came by to visit. So many people. We had people who came in from Pennsylvania, Virginia, Georgia, North Carolina, Tennessee, Kentucky. They came from all over, and it was just such a wonderful day to just hang out and stitch and be together. So I am going to insert some photos here of that weekend so you can get a little bit more of an idea of what her store is like. If you were ever in the Asheville, Western North Carolina area, or even East Tennessee, it's amazing how everything in this area is really just about an hour to an hour and a half away from each other. So if you're ever in this region, just look her up and go by and see her store and visit with them. But I'm going to insert some photos here so you can see what the shop looks like. So as you can see, everybody was having a good time, and it was such a wonderful weekend. That was also Elaine's birthday, so they treated me to dinner Friday night. We went to a place called The Swag, and it was a treat. It was something very special, and I was very thankful that they included me. It was a wonderful weekend. So, all right, and what I'm going to do now, again, I'm out of practice. I'm going to share with you some haul just to kind of break it up a little bit so you can see what I've been getting in the mail over the last few weeks. Some of these are things that I will be using to fully finish my Christmas releases, and some of them are just things that came in the mail. So the first thing I did get that I wanted to share with you is I joined the Fat Quarter Shop monthly Fine Floss Club. So I just this week got this month's Fine Floss, and they are beautiful. This is called Cinnamon Spice, is this color palette, and these are MPI silks. So Fat Quarter Shop has multiple different types of clubs for their floss. They have a Weeks Dye Works club, they have Classic Color Works, and then this is the Fancy Floss. So it's all MPI silks. And so I'll link that below if you're interested. It's just a great way to build up your floss collection. And it's always fun because you just don't know what you're getting in the mail. And these are beautiful colors. I can't wait. Maybe next fall I'll have a sampler designed with these colors. So that came in the mail. I did get some sample fabric from Needle Bling Designs. I've been talking with Teresa at Needle Bling Designs on some market releases and some spring designs. So she sent me some fabric to, sorry for the crinkle. She sent me some fabric to kind of give me an idea of what she has. So this is one that I just fell in love with. This is Lightning. This is a beautiful shade of blue, kind of a pale, soft blue. So she sent me some of this. So we might be using this in the spring. I don't know yet. Super pretty. She also sent me a little sample of Heirloom. This is, it's just a small swatch. And then the other is Pumpkin Pie. That's a really pretty color. Might be something that I can use in the future. So I got that from Needle Bling Designs. Lady Dot Creates, I will be using this on one of my finishes for Christmas. So this gives you a little idea of what the colors are going to be like. This is Chili Velveteen. Lois was so nice to send these to me. This is a beautiful shade of red. This matches 321, DMC 321, which is one of the colors I am using for my Christmas, some of my Christmas designs. But that's really pretty. And then the Snow Chenille Trim. So, and then Paper Whites I had already, but it goes with the collection. She has all of these on her website. So Lady Dot Creates, she does amazing trim and velveteen and rickrack and all kinds of things like that. I always try to share those types of things with you. I use a combination of Lady Dot Creates and Dames of the Needle, just a lot of wonderful trim companies and dyers out there. But Lady Dot Creates has always been great to send me things that I need and when I need it. And keep Lois in your thoughts and prayers. She's still recovering from a wrist surgery, or she broke her wrist. So let's keep her in our thoughts and prayers. So I think her shop right now is temporarily closed until she kind of finishes recovering, but I'm still going to link it below so that in the future, if you want to go and order any of those from her, you know where to find them, because they are going to be used on one of my finishes. So let's jump into a board company that I have found and I've known for a long time. This board company is Homestead Needlework, and April Taylor, I met her many years ago, probably 10 years ago, maybe 8 years ago, at a cross-stitch retreat that I used to attend. It was hosted every year, and it was through a Facebook group called Prim Stitcher Society. And the box I shared with y'all a few weeks ago, I finished a box top, Dames of the Needle. I'll pull that out in a future episode, but not Dame of the Needle, the Brenda Gervais pattern. And so I finished it on top of a box. Well, that box was from Homestead Needlework. April Taylor is the one who designs and cuts the boards. She cuts the boards, she sands the boards, she stains the boards, and paints the boards. She does an amazing job. I'm using several of her boards for my Christmas releases, and I'm using another board maker. I just want to give you all some options, so you will be able to see that coming up when I show you my new releases next week. But April sent me some boards and I want to share them with you. So these three, and these are not available, some of these are not available just yet. She's waiting until I do my new releases, but oops, these are some that I will be using. Beautiful shades of red, green, and white. What I like about these is they're very smooth, not a lot of prim, staining or sanding. It's a good blend between a vibrant color and prim. So she does just a slight little bit of sanding, but there's still a lot of the color of the paint there. So really pretty, perfect size for what I need. I will be doing a tutorial where I'm finishing on these boards here probably this afternoon. I'll record it, but I'll wait and release it once I do my new releases. She also sent some other boards for me to share. So she sent this board. These are all 5.5 by 5.5 sizes, and her boards come in these little bags, but she sent me several different types of boards. This is just a natural stain. She has an Etsy shop, super easy to order from her. Just click and pay. I will list her shop below, but she is so wonderful. And whatever's listed in her Etsy shop, she has a supply of them ready to ship out. And she has many different colors to choose from, many different sizes. So, but these are all 5.5 by 5.5 because those were the sizes that I was working with. And this is a really pretty white, all really smooth, not too rough and grungy, perfect for any style of stitching. If you're using a prim style stitching, or if you're using more of a vibrant color stitching. She has lots of colors to choose from. But that's April Taylor with Homestead Needlework, and needlework has an E at the end. So I'm going to list her website below, or her Etsy shop below. So if you want to go and start looking at some of her inventory, you can. But the bundle of the ornament size will not be on her site until next week. So I just wanted to share those with you. And then I did get some last thing to share from Jersey Girl Stitch Company. Teresa has kindly made me some pins to go in my new releases. These are not available on her site yet because she's also waiting for my new releases, but I wanted to go ahead and show them to you. This is Gingerbread Lane. Kind of might give you a little bit of an idea of what to expect from me. I've been doing some sneak peeks on Instagram and Facebook as well. This is called They Followed the Star, and it's a really pretty push pin with a gold and then the star. Really pretty. This one is called Dear Santa. So fun, the reds and the greens. And then this one's called Winter Solstice. And these are blues, kind of a bluish green. Really pretty. Really, really pretty. So thank you, Teresa. I can't wait to pull those out and put them in my new releases and photograph them and share them with you all in a few days. So let me see, what else have I been doing this month? So this month I did participate in a couple of online retreats and question answer type Zoom calls for groups. One of them is through the Fanciful Flamingo. Alicia she's a Flosstuber, but she also has a very active Facebook group, but she and Sweetwater Stitcher both have another joint Facebook group. I will link them both below if you're interested in joining their group, but they have monthly little question answer with either other Flosstubers or with designers, and that was so much fun to join their group one night, and I think we must have chatted for almost an hour and a half maybe, and you can come and go as you please, but they just had a lot of great questions. It was a lot of fun to just talk to those stitchers, and everybody just sits and stitches, and you can chime in and ask questions when you want to, but such a wonderful group, such a great community. I'm going to list Fanciful Flamingo's Flosstube and Sweetwater Stitcher's Flosstube below because they do an amazing job of just cross crossing over these channels and bringing people together. I just love seeing collaborations like that. And so thank you ladies for including me and letting me join you all. 2 retreats that I will be attending next year. One, I did get accepted or got my notice that I got into StitchCon Weekend A. So I'm really excited about that. So if you're attending StitchCon Weekend A, I will see you there. That is in Cincinnati, and it is hosted by Keepsakes. They have 2 weekends, Weekend A and Weekend B. They are full. I believe their wait list is closed, but it is something to look out for if that is something in the future you're interested in going to. And then the other retreat I will be attending next summer, Alicia's Fanciful Flamingo retreat, which is called Stitch Florida, and that will be in Orlando, and that will be in June. And so I am excited. Not only will I be attending as a guest, but I'll also have a booth in the vendor market. So I'm excited about that. So you ready to see some sneak peeks of my new releases? So, and then the other little guest speaker spot I had was for Annabella's pop-up retreat. It's another thing, lots of retreats going on this weekend, and a lot of retreats going on this whole season. This weekend, I believe there's Dying to Stitch. Let's see, who else? Sweater Weather with Rebel Stitcher. We have Annabella's has her retreat, All Things Autumn, this weekend. And then she also does pop-up retreats, which are our Zoom retreat, and she invited me to just do a little pop-in session for about an hour on one of the days that she hosted that. So it's a lot of fun. Lots of different choices out there if you want to do online retreats or if you want to do away retreats. But next weekend, I think there's Hobby House. I mean, there seems like there's always a retreat going on, so that's exciting. Okay, so let me show y'all some sneak peeks. And I have been giving little teasers of these on social media. If you have not done so already, I do have a Facebook page and an Instagram page. Both are the Proper Stitcher. If you join my Facebook page group, there are questions to answer to join, just so I know that you're a real person. The one that you probably would need a little hint for the most is, the question is, what is Annie's stitching philosophy? And I would rather have a finished project than a perfect project. So if you would like to join my Facebook group, head on over there, and there I post photos of what I'm doing. A lot of people post photos of what they're working on, and I also, you get another notification of like when I post a Flosstube video, or you can ring the bell and subscribe here to get that notification of when I do that too. So let's do some sneak peeks. All right, so this one is kind of this set that I'm about to show you will be a collection, and these will have tutorials that go along with them. So I am going to do 2 tutorials with my releases. One is for finishing on a wooden board, and another one will be a specialty finish, and it is one that I will share with you when I do my releases. But it is one that it's going to be a little bit of a challenge for me. So all of my releases this year, I am finishing this season. I am finishing myself. I am not having anything professionally finished or professionally framed. It will all be finished by my own hands. So that is a true Proper Stitcher fashion. So say a prayer for me that everything goes smoothly so we can get these released to you. Okay, so here is one sneak peek. Let me show you. Here is this, and I'll share with you another sneak peek from that same little collection. It's hard to do these sneak peeks. Here's this one, and here's this one, and one more. I'll share one more with you on this set. So I will have, sorry, that was a little too fast. I hope you were looking. I will have 6 releases this season. And all of the fabric that I am using for this time around is Grace Notes fabric. I'll give you all that information when I share my releases. All right, here is this sneak peek on this one. There's that, and I'll give you one more from this one. let's see. Okay. So there's that one. And then this is another sneak peek. I love this fabric. This is so pretty. Here's this one. And I'll share one more from this one. So pretty. I love this color. And I have 2 more sneak peeks for you. Here's this one. There's that. And my last sneak peek. Let me see here. I'm trying to give you some that were not shared on Instagram. There's that, and one more from this one I will share with you. There you go. So I will have all of these hopefully finished over the next day or 2. And hopefully by Monday I can do a special video and share and announce all of my new releases. Not sure when they'll be released. It'll be one day next week. It just depends on how soon I can get these fully finished and photographed. All of the stuff is back from the printer. It's just waiting for me to get them fully finished and printed. So I will be a busy little bee over the next few days. I also have on Saturday the Christmas open house at Cross Stitch and Crafts in Johnson City. That is this Saturday from 10 until 6. So I'm not sure if these will be ready by then. If they are, of course, they'll come with me. And if they are not, then I will definitely have some detailed information for those people coming, and hopefully get these to them next week if they're interested. So I will see you all multiple times next week. So next week I will have a new release video. With that new release video, I will then have 2 separate, maybe 3, but 2 separate tutorial videos to share of those new releases on how I finished certain things. So have a wonderful weekend. Have a wonderful Halloween, and I will see you all next week. Thank you so much for your support, for your patience, and for always sending me wonderful messages. I appreciate you all. Have a good weekend. Safe Halloween. Thanks.